Every filmmaker, in their own capacity, when crafting a sequel to a successful venture, usually tries to go bigger and bolder. This is quite evident in the case of Vash Level 2, directed by Krishnadev Yagnik, a continuation of the director's psychological horror Vash. I watched its sequel on its second day in the original Gujarati language to give our viewers an idea whether the film lives up to the hype or not. Welcome to the movie truck. When Vash released back in 2023, it left audiences in a state of frenzy, where horror fans were eager to step into theatre to witness its brutality. The film followed the story of Atharva, played by Hiten Kumar, who, along with his wife, daughter, and a son, visit their farmhouse for a short vacation. What began as a powerful retreat soon spirals into a freak show when they encounter a mysterious stranger called Pratap, which is essayed by the menacing Hitu Kanodia. Pratap, with his sinister supernatural powers, casts a spell on the family, manipulating their every move and pushing them to an absolute nightmare. The psychological torment, intense staging, and Pratap's control over Aarya particularly left viewers shaken, making Vash an unforgettable cinematic experience. With such strong foundation, expectations for its sequel were naturally high, and now Vash Level 2 picks its story 12 years later, continuing in the same setting. Staying true to the essence of the first film, the sequence leaves no detail of the earlier story unturned while introducing new ruthless man who consumes lives in search of someone he desperately needs. Hitu Kanodia continues as Atharva, enhancing his role, this time with better expressions than part 1. In this sequel, the victims are schoolgirls, something already hinted in the trailer. What happens to them and whether the menacing new villain achieves his intent is something you'll have to witness in the theatres. The positives of Vash Level 2 include its staging and especially the background score. The film grabs audiences' attention within its initial minutes. The title card intro is probably one of the most horrifying sequences I have ever witnessed. So impactful that I wouldn't be surprised if audiences forget to take snaps of the thundering scene that anchors it to roll on the screen. As more characters enter across different plot lines, you might lose track of some faces, but that doesn't take away the cinematic experience. The film keeps you hooked as long as you allow yourself to sink into the story and the craft. There is one particular spine-chilling scene where the camera zooms in to show how schoolgirls gradually get possessed within seconds. Every actor in the frame looks spot on. Keeping children at the forefront of a horror narrative is always a risky choice, but here the performances make it work beautifully. Hiten Kumar's performance once again underlines the helplessness of a father witnessing such cruelty again unfold on screen. When a schoolgirl is commanded to stop breathing and with no visible force acting on her, she dies within minutes. The film wastes no time, therefore maintains a strong momentum throughout. The actor I genuinely looked forward was Monal Gajjar, who played the helpless principal. Her stillness, her shock, and the sheer weight with which she witnesses everything around her, all handled with remarkable care. Nobody else could have played it better. Whether it's the dialogues in the bus between Atharva and the villain, or the chilling directions that the villain gives to those who are possessed, everything lands with precision. With that being said, there are areas I wish the makers had handled better, particularly the interval block and the pre-climax sequence. The reveal at the interval, which had been hidden until then, could have been staged with more impact. Similarly, in the pre-climax, a few intense room scenes felt lighter than they should have been in an otherwise gripping sequence. What amazed me, though, was a powerful shot focused entirely on Janki Bodiwala, where she expresses her angst as she embraces her real self. As an actor, Janaki recreates the magic from the first film, thus cementing her future as one of the most reliable faces of Indian cinema. One issue I had was with background score. While it is undeniably effective, there are multiple instances which quite overpower the dialogues. The sound is good, but sometimes it gets too difficult to grasp the dialogues. A few scenes would make you crave for more, but the flat continuation would leave your expectations quite crumbling. This made me wonder why they were even brought in the first place if they didn't wanted to explore more. Overall, I truly appreciate the makers who went forward with such a fitting sequel. Vash Level 2 dares to do what most of the Indian films often lack. It pushes boundaries with boldness and straightforwardness. I honestly don't think Bollywood could pull off this sequel with an authenticity matching the original. The title Level 2 also raises an interesting question. Are the makers hinting us yet another installment in the future? Only the time has to answer. The movie truck would rate Vash Level 2 a solid 3.5 out of 5. For more honest reviews like this, hit the subscribe button and support us. Thank you.